Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I will explain you about one of the Java feature in Java 8, that is default and static method in interface. So before that I will give you some input about interface, what is interface and what is the use of it. Let's see. So let's create a interface first. I'm giving it as I interface test. So what is an interface? So interface is something unimplemented completely, means we just know about some requirements, some specifications, but we don't know about the implementation at all. For example, let me take a method called m1. So here I just wrote the method name. I don't know anything about the implementation, what I'm going to implement further. And let's create another method called void m2. So can we know anything by seeing this method? Nothing. So we cannot nothing is there, just the specification. So this is called interface, where we don't know about the implementation. So by default, this the method of the interface is public and abstract. We declare or not. So let me make it one as public abstract. If you see, okay. So public abstract. Now we have so this is the interface. Let's create one more class to implement this. Unless we will implement this is just a specification class. So now we will create a method, a class named interface test. So we will try to implement that interface test. So now if you see, there is giving one error. Why it is giving error? Because we are not implementing the methods. It is having two methods. So any methods, any specification methods we declare in the interface, we must have to implement in the implementation method, where we are implementing the interface. As you see, interface test is implementing I interface test. So we have to implement using override. Here, whatever implementation we want, we can put it here. So let me put it as this is m1 method. Now let's go to m2, and here also let's just I'm declaring here, just I'm putting for example whatever you want to put, you can put your implementation. This is implemented. Now how we can execute this? So we have an interface, we have a class which is implementing the interface. Now let's create a main class where we have the main method, and let's create a object using the interface. Code using new interface test. We created the object. Now using this reference, let's try to call the m1 method and m2 method. So if you see, one we declared as public abstract, one we did not declare. And let's try to execute this class. Is it executed? Yes. So m1 and m2 both executed, which is present in the class interface test class. And the implementation, whatever implementation we did, that is printed. Now suppose I did some specification, I implemented those. So after a few months or years, I want to put some other specification. Let's try. Suppose I will put. Now what is the problem? The problem is implementation class. So whoever it means the class is implementing this interface, every class will give error as like this, because we must implement this method as well. To avoid this situation, default and static method introduced. Now what I will do is, so you can see here it is giving error, right? Now let me make it as default. Okay, But if we are maintaining default method, we no need to make a specification. We have to provide a implementation. Let me put this is default method 1. Can we put another default method? Yes, we can put another default method. Let me put default void m4, and let's try to implement anything here. This is method number 2. Okay, so we have two default methods. So now how we can execute this method? We now, if you see, there is no error. Error is gone. So now how we can run these two methods? Let's go to the main class and let's see if those two methods are available or not. M3 and M4, right? What we gave the name? Let's go to the interface. Default void M3 and M4. Dot M3 and dot M4. If you see, both are available, right? So let's try to run this. Okay, M1 method, default method. Sorry, I think I did not put it as this is default method 2. Now let's run this and see. So if you see, both the default methods executed and both the methods executed. So this is the default method we saw in the interface. It is introduced in Java 8. Now again, what is static method and why it is introduced? So now suppose I want to, after a few days, I want to some utility thing I want to put here. How I can do that? So that I can do using static method. So let's do a map. Int m5, and here let's put int a comma int b, and let's just return a plus b. So okay, we wrote a static method, and so this is also implementation. Now how we can call this one again? Let's see. Can we call like this? M5, M6. What is the name we have given? M5. M5 is available? No. Why it is not available? Because it is a static method. So we have to use the interface again to call the static method M5. Here we have to provide the value. We have given the value, and now let's run this and see what is the result coming up for this. Okay, so we did not print it. Yeah, now it will run and it will give the result of 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So here if you see, the static method also executed. So one more, this is the default method and static method concept in interface introduced. I hope you understood the concept better. If you have any comments, any doubts, or any new videos you want, please let me know, and please subscribe my channel.